welcome to the forest. This is a reading for the sign of Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anything, maybe you know Leo. Or if you just want to listen, that's cool too. Today I'll be drawing some cards looking at where you are currently on your path. And then I'll also be drawing some cards on where you want to be. And then I'll be asking our guides, the energies, the universe, all that good stuff, what they see ahead to help guide you, whether that is in love, life, or work, or what have you. We will figure it out. And then I hope that you find something that feels true to your heart along the way. And then at the end, I'll be drawing a card for balance and then focus on the element that shows up to help you on your journey. Maybe like what to vibrate at for Leo this week. Today we welcome all of our guides, the elements, good energies, angels, all the forces of good that are looking out for Leo today. I just ask that you be with me and be with us today on our journey. All right, so today I have actually 3 different oracle decks. I usually just do 2, but I felt like the fairies were here today and I felt like they had something to say to Leo. All the decks have been saged and pre-shuffled. I've had a few little mishaps here and there along the way, so I don't know if maybe you have some performance anxiety going on, or maybe just have some things that are going on where you're just like, oh no, this isn't supposed to happen. Maybe you're like trying to do the Thanksgiving thing and things aren't always quite there when you need them and you kind of have to improvise, but I think that you have this. I think it'll be okay. All right, so the fairies that came out today were the Pook. I think that is a T. Tatin the Sylph. And Iris of the Rainbow. Ooh, that's beautiful. She's like one of my favorites. These cards are all about abundance and embracing the inner you. These are all like really beautiful cards too. It looks like all of these fairies here are helpful and they want to guide you on your way. Oh, that is so cool. It looks like maybe if you are doing like let's say Thanksgiving dinner or maybe you're like one of those people or you have to do like a performance or something on Thanksgiving, you're like maybe a little worried about it, how it's gonna go. It looks like these fairies are here to say like it'll be okay, like trust your inner magic. You'll be able to sit back at the end of the day and like just kind of laugh at over the stuff that maybe didn't go quite the way you thought it was going to. But it'll be okay at the end. You're gonna be that Empress Fairy Iris the Rainbow, like sitting there in beautiful abundance. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you guys for coming out to say that. And I also have some kitty cats here. See what they have to say. There's some cats for our feline friends. The kitties for the okay. 3 kitties for Leah. Jeez. 3 threes, or 2 threes so far. We have Enchantment, this little fairy in what looks like an old oil lamp jar type of thing, and this girl is holding it up in like amazement, and the cat's just like, what? Right? It doesn't seem overly concerned, but just like, what's going on? And then we also have an attitude card, desiring belonging. Or no, I'm sorry, desiring intimacy. He's just like this trio of cats, and they're all like hugging each other with their tails and like just chilling out. And there's this, oh look, there's a little fairy up there in the corner. That's cool. Intimacy and enchantment and empowering. And this one's really neat too. Looks like they're using their crown chakra there to communicate between them. It's a bright spark. Oh, that's really nice. I like that. I kind of feel like this is you and your power, about to go do something. It might involve other people, or maybe even just getting to know yourself better. All right, and then I'll also do Animal oracle card here. Quick shuffle. Oh, what animals for Leo today? Maybe you have a magical night coming up. I think you should just trust your intuition. Things will work themselves up. Whoa, alright, too bad. Alright, let's try. What do we have so far? We have the white stag protector. Alright, we'll try one more. Anything else for Leo? All the animals want to talk to Leo. I'm not surprised. Okay, so you also have the grizzly bear power and the dragonfly magic. Show you those there. Power, magic, protector. Wow, yeah, this one's about like listening to your intuition and you have blessings coming your way. This stag here is there to help you and, you know, awaken your soul and help you create those blessings that you want in your life. The dragonflies, they've always been about, you know, transformation, you know, letting go of the past and going toward the present, something beautiful on the way. And then we also have power, the grizzly bear, you're indestructible. The grizzly bears are also very loving and they take care of their cubs forever. And they teach them every step of the way. They are super, I mean, they're not always super patient, but they are patient, you know, when they need to be. They are always there for their cubs. I will never give up. I will succeed. Yes, trust your inner intuition and the magic of you, and you will succeed. That's cool. All right. So today we're going to be doing, I think, most of it with this one, and then we'll do these for where you want to be. Okay, I'll start off with this one. Sorry. For Leo, where are our guides? Here for Leo. Be with us today. Where is Leo on their path? Where is beautiful Leo today? Where is Leo? Where is Leo? Where is Leo? Where is Leo on their path today? Are they busy? Can they come out and say hello? Who's here for Leo today? They're like, nope. Just kidding. Leo. Here we go. Alright, what else? Anything else for Leo? Where's Leo? The Ace of Fire. The Five of Earth. And we also have the King of Fire. And the Ace of Earth. And, ooh, Archangel Gabriel showed up here. Awakening. So this is also known as the Hangman in other decks. That Archangel Gabriel was here too. And that's like one of those major kind of cards, one of those major forces in your life, you know. That's why he's represented by the angel here. And that's basically stopping to take a minute to look around you. It looks like maybe you're feeling a little bit unbalanced at the moment. Maybe you have some things going on around you. You're not quite certain if you can swing things or not. Maybe you have like a lot of big plans, but they're still kind of starting out, and you're not sure if they're gonna pan out or not. It looks like you're just starting maybe to like kind of like want to invest yourself in this, but you're not 100% sure which way it's going to go, right? Like, like you really want to do this thing super bad. You also kind of are hesitant though, and are like not quite sure. Are you maybe rushing ahead too fast or not? I mean, the Pentacles can represent They can represent love, they can represent your work, they can represent the projects that you're doing. They're like, it's what you're spending your time on, like those seeds that you're planting, or those projects that you're working on, those embers, fire sign, that you're stoking, and the five is kind of here to say, I'll show you this one, because this is the only one that is a little bit like, not super duper positive. That can basically be, like it says, like you're not quite sure if you want to do this or not. Like maybe if you do this thing, you might end up losing, more than what you put into it. It might be that you need to get help from somebody, or that somebody wants help from you. It could be that things are getting shaken up with your job, and maybe the things that you have invested yourself in aren't quite going the way that you want. But with both the aces here, that makes me think more that well, I'll keep going. I know, I was like stop and try to figure it out. Like, why don't you just, you have to keep going. Anyway, Leo, where does Leo want to be? Where does Leo want to be? Where does Leo? Leos are energetic, right? I like that the King of Fire came out, and the Ace of Fire, like fire Leos, but Earth too. Directly, like 2 versus 2 there, almost like you want to get into that go get a mode, but and then there's that but, and then so you have to stop and take a pause and be like, all right, am I looking at this right? Do I need to change something, do something different? So anyway, where do you want to be? The 8 of Earth and also the 3 of Fire. Ooh, that's nice. Anything else for Leo? Oop, there was one more there. The World card. So you definitely want things to be different than they are now. Maybe you're tired of this wishy-washy energy I'm putting on, and you're like, can we just be done with that and move on to the point where I've already done the thing, and we'll see. Anything else? Transformation. That's also the Death card. Alright, leave that. So you're ready to move on. You want to go on to bigger and better things. You want to be done with this wishy-washy energy. Maybe you want to let go of some of the lower vibrations in order to embrace something new here. I don't maybe new. Yeah, it could be new here. With these cards. Kind of almost can we just be done with this already is what I'm feeling from this. Because this is you have already, put your time, money, energy, your love, your heart, your soul into this thing, and it's showing you new opportunities, and it's like you're almost there, and you're finishing up learning what you've learned, and that 9 and 10 of Pentacles of Earth is almost there, almost within reach, not quite, but almost there, And I mean, maybe you still want to have options at that point, and you want to be able to move on and change things up if you need to, but we'll keep going and see what it says. So how does Leo get from this point on their path where they're maybe feeling a little lack, or not, maybe they don't have enough, or maybe their dreams are bigger than their what they have going on, or they want to be able to take that next step and try something different, something new. Maybe you're just maybe you have a lot of new opportunities, right? And you're taking a minute to look at them and figure out where that drive is, where that passion is, where would you see yourself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, years, it might take a lot to get there. You might have to like totally recreate yourself, recreate your whole life, and Alright, so we have the Nine of Fire and the Queen of Air. So one of the queens showed up. These are both very strong energies here. Like both of these women, she's just like, like she's tamed this dragon. He's sitting there looking up at her like, what should I do next? Like, I'm just waiting for you to tell me. And she's like, yep, I'm here. I'm doing my thing. Like, you know, and maybe she's been doing it for a while. Maybe she's kind of annoyed. Maybe she's kind of ready to move on to the next thing, but she's gonna sit there and do it for as long as it takes. Um, their 10 is like right there in front of you with that one. So it's almost like, can I keep doing this? Can I keep doing this? Energy. And we also have the Queen of Air, and she's like staring off into this globe that holds this beautiful unicorn that's just like charging ahead of itself. Unicorns are all about purity, and they're mystical, they're beautiful, but they can also be deadly, and they're full of magic. And the way she's looking at it, it's not like she wants to capture it, but it's almost just like she's seeing this like beautiful, wonderful thing, and she is trying to figure out maybe like, what does this mean, or maybe it's even like an idea that's coming to her, maybe even a message, with her being, the Queen of Air. Anyway, I really like these two together. This seems like, well, I'll keep going, but I really like that so far. It seems like once you figure out what you want, it's going to get you going here. Okay, the Ace of Water. Ooh, that makes sense, right? What else for Leo's journey? How do they get to this place where they can have abundance and a new life? And what do we have? What do we have for Leo? Oh, keep going here. What do we have for Leo? Leo. Alright, Leos. You want to talk to me? All the other cards wanted to talk to me, and now you're like, wow. Alright, guys. Please be with us for Leo. How do we get Leo onto this new path? Because it looks like there is something so far, like, if you follow your heart, and it may be a little bit more difficult here. You might have to maybe, do some things that don't make you super happy in the short term in order to maybe move on for the long term. That Ace of Water, that beautiful, that spark of this gets my feelings going, like, out of nowhere, maybe. That's also the Ace of Cups. I mean, that could be like something, yeah, that's just like you falling in love again, whether that be with like a person, a place, a project, a job. Like, this is like something new that comes in that just sparks that fire in your heart, and it's just like, yes, this thing, I want to do it. And you kind of just see like all the possibilities that come up with that, like, so what happens, next and next and next, and it's just that like super excited, happy feeling. Alright, anything else for Leo? Okay, so we have the Ace of Water, the Nine of Fire, the Queen of Air, the Ten of Water, and the King of Earth. Alright, I'm just going to use this other deck real quick just to see if anything else wants to come up for you with this one. Because this is really nice energy here. This is a lot of like really powerful energy. Like, how should Leo get there? Because I see that Leo is supposed to be logical, and I see that like whatever this is something that's like in their heart and like has a bit of spark, right? And you want to be able to be balanced. And this is something that's going to be like, when you see it, you're going to be like, ooh, if I do this, this is going to like help me in like 5 or 10 years or whatever down the future. Like long-term thinking, right? But at the same time, you kind of feel like you're gonna have to like go within and kind of like make these like maybe these like harsh decisions, you know. And all right, so we also have the Messenger of Earth, also known as the Knight of Earth, and the Star card. So this is something that might take a little bit longer to get to. I see a lot of drive here, and I also see a lot of like long-term thinking, a lot of long-term planning, a lot of long-term happiness. I think you're gonna have to just embrace that inner warrior, you know, that inner queen. You know, let that fire burn. I see, you know, like right now you're feeling indecisive and you have that little bit of the spark. Look, we have the ace and the ace and the ace here. And I'm seeing like lack, you know, I'm seeing, or maybe having, you know, maybe, you know, not feeling balanced about things. You know, something feels like it's missing in your life. And you have this like fire and this drive inside of you, and you're like you want to like, you know, do Leo, you know, and you want to end up, you want to like transform yourself and, you know, have all these like beautiful possibilities and wonderful things in your life. And not just that for like the moment, but for the long term. You want to be able to change things. And right now you're just kind of stuck. And like I mean, you're kind of seeing things differently in the meantime, and I think that's kind of always good to do that with the awakening with Archangel Gabriel, because I think anytime you can see things in a new perspective, it can kind of like help nudge you off in the direction of like taking that next step somewhere else. Because sometimes half the battle is just being stuck and like, you know, not sure how or when to take that next step. And it looks like this next step that you're gonna take, it's maybe not going to be as fast as you normally expect it to be. It might be that you need to like heal a little bit first. You might need to like stop and think about things and, you know, figure out like a better situation, or, you know, maybe it's time to, you know, take a look at all the things that you do have and kind of like, you know, be objective about them a little bit, you know. I mean, the star card is like, it's a really, really nice energy, especially with the Messenger of Earth. I feel like those two together are kind of like slow and steady healing. So, like, this is, or it could even be like you very slowly like transforming into like this beautiful star yourself, you know, like remaking yourself, remaking this life. And I thought, you know, maybe this is your steps toward, you know, this transformation, you know, toward the end here, where you want this beautiful new world. You know, I see you needing to be, you know, practical but balanced. You know, I see you wanting to invest more in the long term here. And maybe you're kind of like feeling like, is this ever going to end? Am I ever going to get there? Kind of a feeling, you know, but you will. just keep at it, and like I said, like maybe try to be like a little bit more logical about things, even though you might feel very deeply about it, I mean, it's not that it's not going to make you happy, like you're going to find happiness along the way for sure, like it's there, like follow your heart, especially with the ton of water there. Sorry about that. Anyways, so see if you want, I kind of want to clarify here. Can you clarify for us guys? Oh, yeah, they can. Oh my God, the world again. Archangel Michael. You really want to change? You're like, alright, what else? Anything else for Leo? I gotta clarify for Leo. Because the world is like completion, that's a job well done, that's victory, like I feel like you want to, like, these are like really like huge major shifts in your life, so I can kind of see like maybe like why you're feeling stuck here and like you need to like just be done with what you have going on and like move on to the next thing here. But okay, so we also have the Ace of Air and Release, Archangel Azrael. That's really cool. Oh my gosh. How did you guys seriously? So now we have all four aces and two transformation cards, death cards, release, transformation, and then also the world card twice. Oh my gosh. You guys, like, this is your calling. Hang in there. Like, I know that you're feeling like maybe things aren't gonna go your way, but these are showing that you will. Just slow and steady, and you will get there. Um, I know it's gonna be like, it might look like it might get really hard along the way. I mean, this is like, but it's also like full of these brand new, beautiful beginnings and like you being victorious along the way. And you're gonna end up on top. You are going to be the victor here. You might feel stuck right now. You might feel like the things that you put your money, time, energy into are like maybe not giving back what you want, and you're kind of like, oh no, you know, or maybe you kind of feel like, well, I'm putting all my time, energy, effort into this thing, and I love it, and it's my favorite thing in the entire world, and I want to do this thing forever, but I am super poor right now. But if I do this thing, maybe it will turn into something better, but I'm stuck. And you're kind of like at that moment, at that crossroads where you're like not quite sure what to do. And where you want to be is where things are like completely different, where you are the victor, where you can be that king of fire, the things that you put your heart, your time, your soul into, like give you more possibilities, and um, you will feel comfortable putting yourself into them. I feel like you kind of you want peace of mind. You want to know that things are going to turn out okay, and that if you keep doing this, you're going to have that brand new world, and that the world that you're building is going to be there. I think that's really, really powerful. And I mean, it could be too, like it might be that, I mean, the ace is about new beginnings. New beginnings always come from endings, right? So you might also just be feeling that lack of the things that you used to have, no matter maybe how bright your future is ahead of you, there's that moment of, oh no, I have to leave everything behind, maybe. Maybe even you're feeling alone right now, and you're just taking that moment to just be like, oh, should I keep doing this? Should I keep on this path because I want to, like, I want to succeed at this, but I don't know if I'm going to. And the cards here are showing me that you will, but you are gonna have to I would say embrace the change because this is showing your brand new world and this is showing you having to transform to get it. Whether that be in your thoughts, your heart, what have you. I mean, I love that there are like the aces here, because this is like you trying to decide, okay, well, should I do this thing or not? And there are all these things I could do, right? And these things that make me like really happy. But sometimes they can be tricky, and you might get up in your head about them. You know, I would just try to remain logical about them. You know, um, don't be afraid to like let things go at their own pace. Follow what makes you happy and put your heart there. I mean, this is like I was trying to, like this one's here because I was trying to clarify these ones, and this is just basically saying, yeah, along this way, in order to get this new beginning, in order to, I mean, transform, be victorious, have these beautiful, like, new beginnings and all this healing, there's going to have to be some releasing along the way. I mean, it might be in a relationship, maybe you're going through a breakup right now. If so, I'm sorry, and if you've lost someone recently, I'm sorry too. Hopefully not. I feel like this is more like you just kind of trying to like maybe like, I feel like this is more like a life situation. It might be relationships. It might be, that maybe you put a lot of time and energy into someone and you miss them a lot. And they're that, that person that kind of like, gets your heart going, but things are kind of stopped at the moment. Maybe, it's kind of like there's like vicious cycles where they come in and out, and this might be a job thing too. And it looks like along the way you're gonna have to like let them go in order to start over. You know, um, the world. I mean, that's being victorious, but this is being victorious in letting this go. Um, or maybe it's releasing the ideas of what you thought it was going to be. With that perspective card there, the hangman, that's where you are now. Maybe you're trying to like use your logic here, use your logic, try to decide what makes you happy and what you can, see yourself doing long term. Maybe you're trying to like get a different perspective in order to like transform the situation in your mind or in order to see things differently. Um, but overall here it looks, I mean, especially with the aces there, and the card with this nine of fire. What I see here is either you're gonna have to like let things go. I mean, you're going to have to let things go how they were. Like, I'm not gonna say either or they're even. Like, I don't feel like I don't feel like they want me to say that. They're like, no. I feel like they're a little bit serious right now, which is a little bit surprising. But I do see a lot of like the Leo here, even in like the Queen of Air, you see like this like red fiery. Even in this release card, the Ace of Air, a lot of reds there too. Um, like, you know, um, I feel like they're kind of just letting you know that they are behind you, that they see that things are kind of like getting to you maybe. They're maybe not quite where you want them to be, but listen to your intuition, take that pause to think things through, to like reassess the situation, think things through in a different perspective, and then at the same time, like, is what you're doing healthy for you? Does it feel healthy for you in the long run? Is it making you happy overall? Is this the vibe you want in the next year or two? Or do you want a vibe higher? Do you want like something else for yourself because they're like, we're on your side. We want you to be a queen or king. I mean, it's just the energy, whatever. But they want you to be that higher version of yourself, and it looks like you want that too. But maybe you're just not feeling it right now. Maybe your heart's in it, but physically things maybe aren't, and you kind of have to take a minute to either, and maybe too, like you just need to let go of like I said before, like what you thought it was going to be. So maybe that's maybe even embracing something else. Maybe you thought your relationship was going to look like A, B, C, and instead it's like D, and you're like, wait, but I like this and I'm happy, but this isn't like the norm. This isn't like conventional, but think about it logically and bring your emotions into it, well, okay. I mean, it might not be conventional, but does it make you happy? Yes. Are you happy that you invested in it? Yes. Like, is this something you could do long term? Yes. Is it gonna like bring you, victory? Is it gonna? Yes. Okay. Well, but it doesn't. This isn't maybe how I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Well, I mean, it's up to you. Whether to see the situation, from the same perspective or from a different perspective. And I'm seeing with all these world cards here, like you want to be victorious. You want to let it go. And so maybe it's just letting go of the idea of like what you thought it was and just embracing, what you do have, you know. I'm seeing like abundance here. I'm seeing something that that does make you happy, that does put that spark in you. I feel like if you do just look at your intuition and follow your heart, you'll be able to kind of like take that next step to go towards this thing that'll make you happy. And now, whether or not that is letting go of something that's not making you happy, well, I mean, like you should, like I said, I say it like that, like whatever is going on here, it's asking you to release it, you know. And whatever this does, it's going to make you feel good along the way. It's going to be healing for you. You know how sometimes like when you rip a band-aid off and it hurts? I mean, it might be kind of like that, but but it'll be okay, and you will start to feel better like right away, like it's not going to be like the end of the world. You're going to like kind of like feel that like, oh, that hurt, but oh my God, I'm free now. Look at that Pegasus, stretching its wings, the dragon, the angels, like, and the freedom that they have in this water. And the King of Earth, he's just kicking back, and there's, in the transformation here, like, you know, right now your wings are kind of upside down and you're like, and you hear they're folded, like they're not really using them. So I would just take a minute, decide what's really healthy for you, what you really want in your life, whether that's love, a person, place, thing, whatever. And then, if you need to let something go, whether that's your perspective or something that's going on, I would say let it go. I'm not seeing anything super, super negative other than maybe like, um, maybe you just kind of like, cycling through the same things over and over again they're kind of like getting annoying to you, um, but anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here. So I'm gonna ask for one more card for an element for you to focus on because you have something going on that you want to do, but you're feeling stuck. And it's gonna take maybe a little bit of courage to get there. You're Leo, so I have absolutely no worries. And I like how there's like iridescence and like so many of these like different pictures here. Like, I think that's kind of neat. The Page of Air. Alright, so you're supposed to embrace the air energy, your logical side. Definitely think things through. Look at her. Her arms are outspread to the sky. That is so pretty. That's you with this thought. Whatever this is to you, this thought, this thing going on in your life. There is something there that is meant for you. And you know it and you feel it and you think about it all the time. And every time you think about it, it makes you happy and it sets you free. It sets your soul free. It sets your heart free, you know? Um, and you think about it a lot. You want to do this more. You want to learn more about it. Like, you want to talk about it. Like, you know, and you're just going to be starting on this journey. Maybe you were like looking for guidance, for help, and it's coming, it's there, embrace the change, embrace this newness, embrace the new you, because it's there and it's coming. You got this. All right, I will see you later.